first trimester update. This is insane to me because that first trimester, let me tell you, felt like ages. Which is so crazy because previously I've never felt like that. I thought the whole pregnancy went by super, super fast. And now here I am at the end of my 12th week wondering what just happened. What did I just go through? So I'm going to briefly talk about that for a little bit. It was, when I say horrendous, I mean absolutely awful. Like, I'm feeling great now, but those first couple of months, oh my goodness, I didn't even want to do anything. I just wanted to be in bed all day. Obviously, it's not possible when you have two other little ones running around. So, and not to mention, in the middle of a pandemic, while everyone's doing online school, everyone, including me, I have online classes, Noah has online school, Ezra does, the things that Ezra does, and yeah, it was really, really hard. So let's talk about symptoms for a second, because with both of my previous pregnancies, I had no symptoms the first trimester. I think probably the only one that sticks out to me the most is food aversions. But I kind of had it throughout the whole thing where there was one specific smell or thing that I didn't want anywhere near me, and that was for both of them coconut oil. I did not want to see coconut oil. I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to smell it. I didn't want to be anywhere near it. Which is the same for now. I still dislike coconut oil, which is odd because I cook with it a lot, but I just can't. But yeah, that was the only huge thing for my last two. For this one, let's talk about this for a second. Homegirl has no pregnancy glow. Where did she go? Because she was definitely invited. She's not here though. Where'd she go? No. I remember my skin was glowing last time. Both times my hair was so strong, my nails were what? No. So this time I did not experience any of that. My skin is actually my normal skin texture is really, really dry, and it's getting kind of greasy now, and I think that's weird. Did not expect that to happen. I've also had a couple of breakouts, which is odd because I haven't had breakouts since 7th grade. So that was definitely new. A huge one that I did not expect to feel, I don't know why, it's the most basic one, but I didn't expect it because I'd never had it before, was extreme nausea and sickness. When you see in the movies, they're all hunched over the toilet, they throw up and they suddenly feel better. Yeah, no, that's not what I had. I was in a constant state of nausea, and it was just awful. Wake up nauseous, walk around nauseous. And the nausea is probably the worst because the vomiting is not that bad, because once you vomit, there's that brief second of relief where you're oh, that felt so much better. And then as soon as you get out and start doing other things, it's oh, back again with the nausea. The nausea is horrible because you feel like you have to puke, but you just never do. So it's a constant state of being nauseous. Sometimes I'll look over and see Ezra and instantly feel nauseous. It has nothing to do with him. It's a weird concept. But yeah, extreme nausea and also dizziness. I thought that was so strange. Every time I would get out of bed, I would feel nauseous and dizzy. And I know people say keep crackers by your bed or drink some water when you get up. But here's the thing. I'm getting up constantly in the middle of the night because, one child is crying or someone's doing this. So it's not okay, it's morning, let me get up so gracefully, have a cracker, and start my day. No, it'll be 3 in the morning, and one of the kids will be coming down can I sleep with you, mommy? And it's I have to, for Noah's fine, he'll just come and lay with us, but Ezra sometimes is scared, and then I would have to go to the door and pick him up and bring him to me. And it was just a constant ugh feeling for the full 3 months. I'm gonna knock on wood, because I feel okay now, but again, it was very come and go toward the end. It was like I would feel like at 11 weeks, I was like, oh my gosh, it's over, this is amazing, and then it would come back. So that was an experience. What else? I think the only other things was, well, yeah, because of the nausea and vomiting, I was losing a lot of weight. And, the doctors were like, yeah, that's fine, whatever, as long as you gain it back in the second trimester. But I still have, like, no cravings. I still have lots of, like, food aversions. Like, I think it's because I cook a lot for the family and not really for myself. So when I see myself cooking the things that the kids like or that Abe likes, I'm just like, oh, like none of this looks good to me. And I also have, I think the only craving I've had is like, oh, I need this right now, was like a donut. And that was like weeks ago. And after that, I haven't had like, oh my goodness, if I don't have this right now, I will explode. Like, no, none of that yet. I don't know. But so far, nothing crazy. Like, I have cravings. I'm like, oh yeah, I could go for Chinese food. Chinese food's actually a big one I have a lot. I think it's like in the back of my mind always. And then other things like, oh yeah, I could go for a burger, or I could go for some fries right now. But it's never like, I remember when I was pregnant with Noah, it's like, if I don't get these specific French fries from this specific place, like, shit's gonna hit the fan. Like, I remember Abe would actually go to the store and get them for me at like any time of day because I needed them. But yeah, thank God, so far, none of that. I actually feel pretty, I don't want to say sane, because I'm definitely very emotional this time and like well in touch with my own feelings, and also very like, I guess, moody in a way. Like I can feel my mood swings come on, and I'm like, uh-oh, run. But yeah, I didn't have that before. Before I was just angry all the time. The first trimester, I remember being just super angry. And every time Abe would walk in the room, I'd be like, ugh, go away. Like I didn't even want to like be near him. But like now it's kind of like emotional. I'm like, oh. When the kids come and they do something stupid, I'm like, oh, babies. Like I don't know. It's like such a weird feeling. That's why I said this one is totally different. I've never experienced a lot of these symptoms, and it kind of scared me at first because I was like, oh, I've done this before, like, ah, champ, whatever, I can do this. And then when these symptoms hit you that you've never had before, it really throws you off. And even though you know, oh, this is what happens in the movies, this is normal, and I've just had two abnormal ones, it still feels like, oh my goodness, is something wrong with me? What's going on? This is new. This is not familiar territory. So I think that those were the biggest, like, And I remember feeling so sick every day that I didn't even want to tell anyone, because even though I didn't announce a pregnancy until I was, past my first trimester, both times I still like told our parents and like our like super, super close friends or like immediate relatives or like something like that. But I genuinely did not want to tell a soul this time, because I genuinely thought something was wrong with me, because I've never had those symptoms. And I was so, so scared that something was going to go wrong. So I just really wanted to keep it to myself. Even now, first trimester over, and I still haven't told a lot of people. I'm going to announce this officially on Christmas. So y'all not going to see it until after that anyway. But yeah, like this whole pregnancy announcement is happening on Christmas Eve. So I'll be like, what, 14, 15 weeks by then? And I probably still wouldn't feel comfortable, but whatever, that's just the way it is. But yeah, for those asking if we're gonna do a gender reveal, yeah, probably. We are gonna know, me and Abe are gonna know, and again, we're probably just gonna do it together on Christmas, where it's kind of like a pregnancy reveal and a gender reveal together. So yeah, you will probably be seeing that. So yeah, it's very, very exciting. But I think that about wraps up all of the symptoms and the crazy mood swings of the first trimester. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment below if you've had any worse symptoms or even no symptoms at all. I'd love to be totally jealous. So have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.